we are technically still fighting the Justice Department under President Trump for justice for Ashli Babbitt. And this reminds me of something else the Trump administration needs to take action on, which is the shooting death of Ashli Babbitt, who was killed wrongfully. Many say she was murdered on January 6th. And Judicial Watch filed a $30 million wrongful death action lawsuit against her, against the federal government. We represent her estate and her family, specifically Aaron Babbitt, her widower, husband. And her mom, Mickey, is a fixture here in Washington, D.C. now. She's been supportive of the January 6ers in honor of Ashli's memory and to help them. And she's just a great, wonderful activist. And whenever I go to these major, I can't tell you how many events I go to on the Hill where activists are present and, you know, there's public interest, that she and her friends and her activist friends are there showing the flag, quite literally, for Ashli and other victims of the Biden administration regime abuse that used January 6th as a pretext to go after their political opponents. So when I went to Kash Patel, Kash Patel's confirmation hearing, who do I see in the hallway? It shouldn't have surprised me, was my friend Mickey, and she came up to me in the hearing room. She loves Judicial Watch. We love her as well. She's a real warrior, and there's a nice picture of her. And she said this nice thing about me and you, dear Judicial Watch supporter. Tom Fitton at the Kash Patel hearing, I'm so proud and thankful to have the Judicial Watch team fighting for Ashli. And of course, we are able to do that only thanks to the support of you, dear supporter. And we are honored to try to help get justice for Ashli Babbitt through this federal litigation that, of course, was opposed by the Biden Justice Department. Now, the big question is the Trump Justice Department, is President Trump going to take a different tact with Ashli's case and essentially just resolve it on favorable terms to Ashli's legacy and her family? And the Washington Examiner, Paul Byrd, a reporter there, had a story on how that issue is now, at least in my view, ought to be front and center for the Trump administration, and we did a video explaining it here.
A week after President Trump pardoned those charged in the January 6th disturbance at the U.S. Capitol, his administration is facing a new question, as noted in a report from the Washington Examiner. Will President Trump's appointees continue the Biden administration's legal efforts to deny justice to Ashli Babbitt's family by fighting their $30 million wrongful death lawsuit against the federal government? Babbitt, an Air Force veteran from San Diego, was unarmed when she was shot and killed by then U.S. Capitol Police Lieutenant Michael Byrd. Ashli Babbitt remains the only official homicide victim from January 6th. Early last year, Judicial Watch filed a $30 million wrongful death lawsuit against the federal government on behalf of Ashli's family and estate. In the lawsuit, Judicial Watch argues that Byrd was inadequately trained and had a record of disciplinary problems. Those disciplinary problems have largely been uncovered through Judicial Watch litigation. This includes a 2019 incident where Byrd left his loaded gun in the bathroom of the Capitol Visitor Center. And in a 2004 incident, Byrd discharged his service weapon at a fleeing vehicle. Byrd was caught providing false information to local police about the incident. As the Washington Examiner reports, after Trump's inauguration last week, he pardoned the rioters, including those who were with Babbitt when she was shot and killed after being pushed into the speaker's lobby behind the House floor. That appears to put the Justice Department in a pickle. How does it turn away from its hundreds of cases and convictions, but move forward in defending the shooting of Babbitt? Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton said he can't imagine that President Trump would want to defend this for 1 minute. Both the White House and the Justice Department have yet to publicly comment on the lawsuit. U.S. District Court Judge Anna Reyes scheduled a trial date of July 20th, 2026.
So we were supposed to have a hearing this week, but the Trump Justice Department asked that the hearing be canceled because at face value, we had just filed a brief asking the court take judicial notice of Lieutenant Byrd's special treatment despite disciplinary issues that had been disclosed by Congress recently, Congressman Loudermilk, that I talked about previously here, and how it could impact their efforts to dismiss part of our claims for Ashli. And so they just asked the court to cancel things so they could figure out what to do. And they don't want a hearing scheduled yet at all. So we're not even supposed to get back on a scheduled hearing until we ask the court or give the court a status update at the end of February. But as of now, we are technically still fighting the Justice Department under President Trump for justice for Ashli Babbitt. So I hope and pray that this ends and we can get it resolved. We're prepared to go to trial. We want justice no matter what. But I can't. I don't. Again, I'll say it. I'll say what I told the reporter. I can't imagine President Trump for 1 minute is going to want to support the Justice Department doing anything to besmirch the memory of Ashli Babbitt. So I'll keep you updated as events warrant there. So let's pray for a resolution under the new Trump administration. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.